Good morning, Mizzou fans. Gabe DeArmond here, PM in the AM for Thursday, April 17th. Need a few hours break from the transfer portal talk, so we're going a different direction this morning. Have seen a few places with college football over under win totals. Missouri seems to be set right now at 7.5. So I want to talk about that a little bit. My first reaction is that seems low to me. But I always like to assess these things like best case, worst case. Look, Missouri's schedule again is fairly favorable. They have a lot of guys coming in. Defense should be better than it was last year. Offense, hey, quarterback is at this point in time, at least to those outside the program, a question mark. I know everybody likes Bo Perbula, Sam Horn, if you are a Missouri fan, but Missouri fans aren't setting the over under. I think the big reason that number's at 7.5 is people don't know what to make of the quarterback. But I like to look at best case, worst case. So let's just go game by game. Central Arkansas has to be a win. Going to skip the Kansas game for a minute. Louisiana has to be a win. Skip South Carolina. UMass has to be a win. So those are three automatic games. Cannot be losses. There's not a game on Missouri's schedule that I look at and say there's no chance. I mean, maybe Alabama's not back to being Alabama. Oklahoma may not be back to being Oklahoma. Auburn, A&M, South Carolina, these are all teams that could go either way. So, I can paint you a picture where Missouri goes 12-0. It's not a picture I expect to be painting. But I can see a 10-11 win season if everything goes really well. We're really talking about the floor here. So let's paint the worst case scenario. What if Missouri doesn't have its feet under it? Kansas is all fired up. Kansas comes in and wins. I know the reaction is going to be that's not possible. I'll tell you it's possible. Do I think it's likely? Not really, but Kansas is good enough to win that game on the right day. So let's say that happens. Let's say you trip up against South Carolina, which, beat you last year. And then Alabama comes in here and wins October 11th. You're sitting 3-3. You got Auburn, Vandy, A&M, Mississippi State, Oklahoma, and Arkansas left. I can see you going 2-4, probably not 1-5, but 2-4 in that stretch, and there's 5-7. So I would look. I don't bet. I'm not going to start now. Not with this. 7.5 seems a little low to me. I would think the over will be more popular than the under. But again, because of quarterback, because Luther Burden and Theo Weiss are gone, I think the outside view of Missouri probably has a few more question marks, and that's why that number is where it is. I don't know if you feel good about yourself, you want to get in early and get a number. If that's 7.5, I don't advise others to bet. You do whatever you want. So appreciate you hanging out. Plenty of transfer portal news, I'm sure, coming in the next couple days. We will have it all for you. Like, comment, share, and subscribe while you're here. Talk to you next time.